Hi, this is David Clive with Deed Ventures, and we're going to start this video off a little bit differently. I'm going to try something new here and start off by looking at the market for properties in this area. And as you can see, we're looking at a property that's in Costilla County in Colorado. And to give you an idea of where that's located, I'll zoom out a little bit here so you can see Denver is like 4 hours from this property. Albuquerque down here is like 3 hours 45 minutes. Santa Fe is about 2 hours 45 minutes. Taos is a little over an hour, and like Pueblo up here is about a little over 2 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes, something like that. So anyway, hopefully that gives you a good feel for where we're looking. And we're looking at lots here that are between 8 and 12 acres. The lot that this video is about is 10 acres in Costilla County. And I have 3 lots in the county that are all 10 acres. This is one of my lots right here, listed for $3,950. And the next closest lot is listing for about $6,000. This is on Zillow. And to give you an idea, so if I even zoom out and look at a larger area way outside of the county, this is an hour and a half, 2 hour drive in any direction from this property. My cheapest competitor is pricing at $6,000. My other property is listed at just below 4. This one will be just barely above 4,000. So these are the cheapest properties by far in the area of this size. And I also offer financing options which allow you to prepay, and unlike most other folks that do financing options, I do lease options, which allow you to purchase the property for about the price that you see here, and the purchase price reduces each month as you make payments. So if you want to prepay early, instead of prepaying early and having to pay $10,000, you prepay early and you pay less than the listing price of the property. So anyway, super competitive. Let's look at LandWatch here, and this is looking at Costilla County, 8 to 12 acres. The cheapest property is one of those payment plans where you pay $750 down, $99 a month, and you pay that $99 a month for 120 months, so that adds up to over $12,000 that you're paying. And guess what? If you want to pay it off early, chances are, I don't know the terms, but typically people make you pay the full $12,000 if you pay it off early. So you basically are making all of the payments that you would have had to make for that 120 months if you pay it off early, since it's available at 0% interest. With the way I structure my lease option agreements, you can pay it off early without having to pay for 120 months. You can pay it off early at a price that's equal to or lower than the cash listing price. So look at the first one, or I guess the second listing here, which actually has a purchase price listed, and it's for roughly $15,000. So let me sort this by price low to high. That might do the trick. That seemed a bit off. Okay, here we go. This makes more sense. $8,000. Here's mine that I have listed. Here's the next closest one, $5,500. So as you can see, much cheaper than a lot of the competitors, and great deal. So with that, let's look at the area around the property. So basically, this property is located on the very southern part of Costilla County, and it's just barely to the north of Taos County in New Mexico. So in Costilla County, there are a few towns, San Luis, Fort Garland, and then there are lots of mountains and outdoor activities. And if we look at Taos County, New Mexico, this is just Google's things to do, basically. And I'll link to this on the product page, which there will be a link to the product page from this video. So Taos is a little over an hour away. Red River, cool land formations to check out. Lots of great adobe architecture nearby. Up in the mountains, things are green and beautiful. So there's lots of great stuff around nearby to go see and do. And with that, let's take a look at the property. So this green line that you see right here that I'm tracing with the hand is Costilla County. The property we're going to look at is located down here in the southern portion of the county. And you may notice a few yellow dots, one here, which is the property we're looking at in this video, and one up here. These are all properties that I have for sale that are roughly around 10 acres. The property we're looking at here is just over 11 acres, and more or less, I think. I may have said 10 earlier, but I misspoke because I have two other properties that are 10 here, but this one is slightly larger. And it's located right on this intersection. And I think this road is called Ridgeway Road, if I remember correctly. Google Maps is not popping up the road name, and County Road 7. As you can see, it's a nice corner lot. It's quiet out here. Don't have a lot of neighbors, and it's got a little bit of a slope to it. So if we were to walk around on the property, kind of give you a feel for the slope. Let me take off that line so you can kind of see what we're dealing with here. So here you are down in the back side of the property where you're kind of at the bottom of the slope. If you were to walk up to the south side of the property near the road, then you're going uphill a little bit, and you can kind of see the views of the mountains around here are just fantastic. That's to the south. There's not a lot over there, but to the north you can see Mount Blanca. And anyway, so this is the property. This is about what it would look like if you were standing on it. Most of the vegetation here is pretty short, so that should give you a good feel for what we're dealing with here. And to kind of help you get a feel for the terrain, usually it's helpful if I kind of zoom down. Sometimes the outlines go blurry on me, but it's not perfectly flat. It's got that slope to it, but the slope isn't terrible. It's still usable land. You can still put something on it pretty easily, and the slope actually gives you a nice spot up here where you get better views because you don't have more brush and stuff in your way since it slopes down. So with 11 acres, that's plenty to play with, depending on what you want to do. So anyway, there's the property. Let me get us our compass back to true north there. There's the property. Here's another one I have for sale. You're about 20 minutes away from Costilla, the closest town, and about like 30 or 35 minutes away from San Luis, I think. 30 minutes away from San Luis, which is up to the north, right around here. And so hopefully, this makes sense and you don't have any questions. If you do, you can feel free to contact me by using the contact info that's on the product page, which I'll link to at the end of this video. And this property is going for well below market value, and it's a great opportunity for someone to snatch up if you want to use it, or if you want to resell it, wholesale it. My payment option plan is a great way to do that because you're able to buy it at a cash price, but you're able to hold it by just using payments. So you get the best of both worlds, and you can sell it to someone else on payments, and you pay the cash price to me and sell it to someone else on payments, but you don't have to risk laying out the whole cash price to me up front. So anyway, if you like this video, if you want to see more properties, please go to my webpage, deedventures.com, and check out our inventory. And feel free to subscribe to this video if you'd like to see more. Thanks.